Jack, personally for you, is that a performance to savour?
Yeah, no, it is. Sometimes you wish you weren't quite as busy, and there was reasons for that today that we need to look at. But for me personally, you want to be making those saves. You want to help out when you can. I feel like I've done that over long periods of my time at this club so far. But as my own biggest critic, there's always times I wish I could have done better too. So for me, you can't look at that. You just got to move on. So really pleased with my performance, and I'm glad we managed to get the goals that made it worthwhile.
How do you reflect on this season personally? Because you look at last year when everything was so good for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you've just admitted there that perhaps this season it hasn't quite hit the same heights.
Yeah. And there's not been many occasions it hasn't. I will back myself on that. I still look back to games early on in the season, 1-0s. There's games where I've had to still make decisive actions and still had to do things that have helped the team, but that's my job. It's easy to, after last season or after performances that I expected myself, for people to question things if you don't make a save or a decision or something that you should have done, and that's normal. That's part of being a goalkeeper. It's part of being at this football club. You will be held to high standards, but none are higher than those that I've set myself. So I wouldn't say there's been soul searching or anything like that. You know, when things get tough, I just work harder. I do more. That's just the way that I respond. I want to do more. I want to train more. I want to work more in the gym, whatever it may be, whatever I need to look at more. So that's what I've done. So for me, it was no surprise. I feel in a great place. I feel mentally good, physically good. So I always feel like these performances are there or thereabouts, you know, and when called upon, sometimes it doesn't go to plan, but the intensity and the ideas and the belief in myself is still there. That's not changed.
It's obviously been a difficult week for the team, the club in general. Obviously you weren't playing last week, but how do you, sitting there on the bench last Sunday, how do you process everything that's gone on since?
It's the same that everyone gets it, you know, and whether I played or not, you all feel it, you're all part of it. There's still nowhere that you can go where you're not going to receive grief, and as a squad, that's what happens, and rightly so after last weekend. There's no hiding from that. We can't use excuses like the squad needs to learn and we're young and this, that, and the other. There's a mentality and there's a standard that has been set at this club. That this group, we need to hit those heights of, and we need to maintain. We've done it at times. We need to do it all the time. And then results like last weekend, Dundee at home after the November international, the games around Christmas, they don't happen, and that's on all of us. So you want to say learn, but there's no time to learn. It's got to happen now. Today's performance was one that needed to be a result. First and foremost, it was. Performance-wise, could improve, but I think the fight that the boys showed, the boys dug in, the effort was there, quality not at times, but that's what we need. We need that to continue.